This time, the person in the mirror is the opponent, and pride is on the line.
Gotta do this. Come on. Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Jump in finds the mark. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Both looking for an opening. They want to get in and do damage. Goes for the fireball. The fireball being so solid right now, their opponent can't get a good read to jump in. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Starting to sweat a bit. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Player one chases him down. Great work finding the opening. Player one is holding on to that corner advantage. Pops him with the choice. Going in? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Oh my heart, I can't, man. Closes with the throw, hitting him with the smart stuff.
Yeah.
Player two picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Gotta make sure they respect the fireball. Flashes him. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are such good ground game tools, but you gotta be careful they don't get jumped. Knockdown, and player one is holding on to that corner advantage. That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. Still struggling for control of the neutral. Full is below. Connects with the throw. A quick breather. This can lead to some big damage. Player two with the rhythm, owning that space. Overhead attack. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? You're done. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
First thing anti-air in the clutch. Who's going to steal this win? Throws a fireball. Oh, you never know what can happen here. This is where smart leader management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. They're in range. We're going to see a jump in, a dash. Only 50% life left. Player one is in a very good spot. Bring it all the way up with the super. Spins all that juice on the super. Not trying one bit about it.
Bet that hurt.
Player two can't win this without pulling the trigger. Look at the you for real. Player one survived that tense mirror match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Manages to retech those. Jumps. Solid block. Track that jump nicely. Very dangerous range. Can definitely be clipped by something. Player one chases him down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Shoots off a fireball up close. Life lead opens up. Flashes. They need to rely on their instincts here. What's this? There's the drive impact. That's the KO. Player one wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round two. Fight.
Gotta make sure they respect the fireball. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Projectile to try to change the situation. Fireballs are such good ground game tools, but you gotta be careful they don't get jumped. Both fighters have full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Super clutch corner switch. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Now that's how you use an impact. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Knockdown, here comes the mix-up. Player one, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Oh, here we go. Noticeable life lead is a comeback down and out. Player one comes away with the win.
Round
this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Denies the low heavy. We're still early in the round. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where's this match gonna go? All right, what's up now? Side switch, now they're on the defensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Good anti-air. All right, what's coming next? Solid combo. Projectile to try to change the situation. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Player one chases him down. That's some big, juicy damage on that counter hit. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Throws him, what's next? Taking stock. Player two is holding on to that corner advantage. KO! Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight!
Shows the medium kick. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Still very early in the round. Still feeling each other out. Who'll gain control of the match in the early going? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they could be. 4 SA leaders on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. What are they doing? Player one has the chance. It's there! Player two gets the W and bragging rights in that mirror match. Oh, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet. Holds out with the block. Throws him. What's next? Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to bait the jump? Backs him into a corner. Player one has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? The combo's there. All right, what's up now? Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Fights back out of the corner. Taking stock. Player two is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Knockdown. One combo can end this round right now. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo.
How's this?
Oh, burnout activates. This may be KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight!
Creates distance to try to get a read on the opponent. Shoots off a fireball up close. The fireball game is so solid right now, their opponent can't get a good read to jump it. The low heavy is denied. Sure you can. Max SA gauges. They both have a chance to score a big payday. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Keeping them away. Goes for the jump-in. Adds some damage and flair with the super. They must have a game plan here with the critical art on deck. But executing that plan, what? In anti-air? Pops him with the pure done. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Throws a fireball. Barely blocks the jump in. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. Throws them. Both sides getting ready. Getting up close and personal. Below. Yo, what's next? Quick medium poke. Player one is in the back throw for damage and vital position. Drops him. Player two with the rhythm, owning that space. Tries to make something happen with the overdrive arm. More fuel for the fire. The return on investment is good. How's that? Player one shows they are truly the best of the best. hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Throws him. Smart play with the throw. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player two is mixing it up and has them shaking in the corner. There's a corner switch. Picture perfect punish count. Lands the punish with the drive impact and not letting up for even a millisecond. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Oh, now here's a chance to do some damage. In a dire situation, they can't get there. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Start aerial top two. Fireball from a very long range. What's next here? Fires without warning. Player one managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Sure you can. Scrapping it out up close. Jump! Knocks off a chunk with that combo. Jumps up. Smart play with the throw. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. With the overhead denied. Test the waters with a fireball. Dangerous range here. Don't mind me. Just making a flowchart over here. Big drive gap now. Burns out. That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. Player two can't use it. Oh, critical art now. Give me some gift for that chip. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Big throw. Was looking for that jump attack. Goes for the fireball. The fireball game is so solid right now, their opponent can't get a good read to jump. What are they thinking here? Player one chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player two is mixing it up and has them shaking in the corner. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. They can open this round up big by converting into super activation. You can't forget the super for extra damage. What's gonna happen next? They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. How will this impact them? Player one has the meter lead. Gets the jump in. Shows the medium kick. Anything could happen here. Projectile to try to change the situation. Very critical point of the match with full drive gauge available. Jumps in. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player one maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. What'll happen here? Nice count KO. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Closes the gap. Gets a little space with the throw. Pokes with the medium kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack leaves you at a disadvantage, so it's better to try an anti-air instead. Going in? Player one, smart play to stop the opponent there. Player one can work with this lead. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player one holding on to that. There's a wall strike. They can't do anything now. This is the turning point. They gotta turn it around. Juicy opportunity now in the corner. Finishes with the anti-air. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
They are letting. This is gonna hurt. Very slick with the combo. Goes for the fireball. Crowns them from above. This can lead to some big damage. Sets up with the jump in. Okay, here we go. Takes him up. No drops in the throw. Connects. What now? Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Closes it, the clutch throw escape. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Closes it out. Player 2 comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Tries to do something new and goes for the fireball. Anti-air drops him. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game lets you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Player 1 is mixing it up and has him shaking in the corner. Fights back out of the corner. All right, what's coming next? Player 2 is in a bind. Not gonna lie about that. Takes a trip. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The jump in is denied. In a dire situation, they saw the chip KO on the table. Player 1 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round 2. Fight.
Instant jump in. Everything up until now and everything from here on out is so vital. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. The damage, they're going for the super arm. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for the side switch. Just goes for it at this range. Manages to block the jump in attack. Barely blocks the jump in. A chance for big damage with the punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. You gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Tries to do something new and goes for the fireball. A quick breather. Checks with the medium kick. Overhead. Here comes the corner pressure. There's a drive impact. People are control what a PhD fighter can do for you. Okay, here we go. Player 2 is willing to risk it for the fireball to the face. Yeah. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a fireball. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump in. Which fighter will control the pace of the match? Oh, super hard. The super doesn't hit. Both fighters are getting warmed up. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Quick medium poke. Gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Perfect read with the anti-air. Nice fireball.
Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
Fireball pressure. Trying overhead. This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Player 1 is in a connects with the throw. Amazing. Brett tries to act quickly, but risks the attack. Player 2 has got to work up the overhead denied. What a smart throw. Test the waters with a fireball. Overhead, but it won't work. Burns out. They push their way out of the corner. Knocked them out of the air. Player 2 can't use any drive. Roll super hard and comes. The Dragon Lash super hits home. Both sides getting ready. Adds a little spice with the overdrive. Nah. Get back down here and welcome to Earth. Player 2 clinches the win, but that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Fights back with authority. Jumps. Big throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in. There's still time to fill out the situation. Both looking for an opening. They want to get in and do damage. Goes for the low kick. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. They hit each other. Shoots off a fireball up close. Jumps in.
How's this?
Both fighters are barely alive. Pokes with the medium kick. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? The impact doesn't do anything. KO! Player 1 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round 2. Fight.
creates distance to try to get a read on the opponent. Checks them with the projectile. The fireball game is so solid right now, their opponent can't get a good read to jump. Strings it all together. All right, what's coming next? Both fighters have full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. This is gonna hurt. Still struggling for control of the neutral. Overhead, but it won't work. Life lead here, but adds a little spice with the overdrive. A single hit will do it. Player one burns out. Passes out the gauge right there. Player one can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Can they use their resources right? Sets up and closes it out. Player one shows they are truly the best of the best. It is not over. They want that run back. How's it going to unfold? Zones with the fireball. Pops him with the shoryu. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Looking to direct traffic with a fireball. Both fighters sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be the prime time to let it rip. Knockdown. All right, what's up now? Player one chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player one spins some meter to add super damage to the combo. Going in? Uses a fireball to try to establish their pace. This is okay. Player two draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round two. Fight!
Fireballs right out of the gate. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. The jump in is denied. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Going in. Still slugging it out and getting sweaty. Here I kick for a mix-up. Goes for the jump in. Blocks it. Punches that off and keeps going. The chin ride. Life lead here, but it's still anyone's game. Ayo! Player two had to fight tooth and nail for that win. Oh, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet. Sticks the jump in. Gets the counter hit throw. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Gets out of the corner. Player two chases him down. All right, what's coming next? The jump in is denied. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player two maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Nails the anti-air, taking stock. Shoots off a fireball up close. Pops him with the shorty. Life lead opens up. The low heavy connected? Player one draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round two. Fight!
Let's get it! Hadouken!
Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Knockdown and get scooped from down low. Great pokes, perfect range to zone the opponent. General kick for a mix-up. Jump! Barely blocks the jump in. Full drive reversal. Player takes the hit and keeps on trucking. All the way up with the scoop in the heat. Looking for the definitive into this round with the level 1 scoop. Pops them like a cork on New Year's with that decisive finish. Player one comes away with the win. Oh, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet. Secures the jump in. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Neither of them willing to give up ground here. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Starting to sweat a bit. Nails the anti-air. Okay, they trade hits. Boxing with the target combo. Hail! Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Zones with the fireball. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Big counter. And tech the throw. Good work stand and throw range there. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Pops him with the shorty. Player one is holding on to that corner advantage. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Player one is working with a better gauge. What can they do with genius read? Grounds the ball. Perhaps extends the meter on the super art. Player two will look to apply pressure here. A real test of nerves and closes it out. Player one survived that tense mirror match. Whoa, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Both looking for an opening, they want to get in and do damage. Confident anti-air. Denied up top. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important here. Player one chases him down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player one maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Solid blocking. Blocks the ambiguous crossover. Down to the wire. Are you both exchanging numbers or something? This range is where it gets interesting. You gotta utilize the reach of your moves to bait out and attack. Throws a projectile. Both fighters are barely alive. Alright, what's coming next? Jump! Barely blocking, it's there! Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Fireballs right out of the gate. Zones with the fireball. Gets the jump in. Throws to get around their defense. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets the knockdown with the throw. The jump in is denied. Opens him up with the throw. Player two has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no clear leader in the fight. Player one can't use any drive moves without experiencing burnout. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge, now's the time. A quick breather. No thank you. Player two needs drive impact misses. Burns out. Player one holding on to that. This is gonna hurt. Noticeable excellent read. The throw connects. What now? Player two can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Oh, pretty cool right now. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
Down and out. Player two survived that tense mirror match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. The fireball game is so solid right now, their opponent can't get a good read to jump them. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Both looking for an opening, they want to get in and do damage. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Got their eye on the air, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Holds out with the block. Will this super art connect? Shippu Jinrai doing the big. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Experiencing CVEKaYoS. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Gotta make sure they respect the fireball. Shoots off a fireball up close. From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 has the meter lead. What separates the good from the great in this game is the smart meter management. Shows the medium kick. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Is the fireball part of their corner game? What are they doing? That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Jumps up, brushes that off, and keeps going. Flashes him. Gotta do better than that. Looking for a chance.
How's this?
Zones with the fireball. Needs to find a chance to seal the deal here.
How's this? Up and over.
Scoops for the win. Here's the final round.
That's right.
The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
They are letting it pop from the get-go. Needs to jump in perfect. They're going for the super art? That's not gonna hit. Target combo into more fuel for the fight. Hook him up. Just moved in like Kaku. This is gonna take the chunk. A projectile to say get up. Fires without warning. Player 1 can't let this simmer. Knocked him out of the air. Somehow manages to deny. Keeps cool and locks him up. Okay, here we go. They can't make any mistakes here. It's not so good. The drive it back in for the win. No drops in this house. Here comes the corner. Are you for real? Player 1 comes away with the win. It is not over. They want that run back. How's this going to unfold? Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Fireballs are such good ground game tools, but you gotta be careful they don't get jumped. Will they hit, whip, charge in? Tricky territory here. Both sides have full drive and plenty of help. Let's see how things open up. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Player 2 is mixing it up and has them shaking in the corner. Which of these fighters are going to get the SA gauge advantage here? Gaining some meter will open up the chance to do huge damage if they can create an opening. Now this trick digs in deep to get that drive impact. Takes a trip. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Projectile to try to change the situation. The fireball game is so solid right now, their opponent can't get a good read to jump. Strings it all together. Pops him with the Shoryuken. Takes a trip. Smart move to stay on guard. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until the smart play to stop the opponent there. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. This is the ideal range to utilize that fireball game. Knockdown and... Oh my God, we got a stun. Player 1 sends the meter on the super art. Shippu Jinrai doing the business. Now they can use drive. And they claw their way back and give themselves a chance to win. Now can they finish the job? Hold it down. And they stay on top of it. Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space. The drive impact doesn't work. Are we going to see a comeback here? Digs in deep to get that drive impact. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Too slippery to get a handle on. A jump, solid anti-air. Down and out. Player 2 comes away with the win. Oh, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet. Zones with the fireball. The jump in is denied. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Both looking for an opening, they want to get in and do damage. Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any move with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage. Confident anti-air. Wow, shut down. Brings it all together. Checks them with the projectile. Alright, what's coming next? No more drive gauge. He decides to meet them in the air. The jump in is denied. They break things off to take a quick breather. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player one has completely used all their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to hit it from above. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Gotta make sure they respect the fireball. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Woo. That last round went right down to the wire. You don't know who's going to win, but with both fighters evenly matched, any small mistake is going to end up being costly. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Blocking a jump-in attack leaves you at a disadvantage, so it's better to try an anti-air instead. What'll happen? Smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Dashes forward. Close range projectile. Jump. Drive gate is not looking. Ooh, burnout activated. Burns out. Wow. Reads the counter. You're done. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Opens with a fireball. Solid anti-air. Zones with the fireball. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player one with the rhythm, clutch, anti-air. People understand what a PhD fighter can do for you. Yo, are they actually done? It doesn't kill, they're still in there. Are we going to see a comeback here? This is there's a burnout. A single hit will do it. Back to, oh my god, down and out. Player one survived that tense mirror match. It is not over. They want that run back. How's this going to unfold? Throws a fireball.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Fireballs are such good ground game tools, but you gotta be careful they don't get jumped. Player one is mixing it up and has them shaking in the corner. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Blocks the jump in. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Throws out the fireball to check them. Shuts down the air approach. This range is where it gets interesting. You gotta utilize the reach of your moves to bait out and attack. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Pounces on that mistake with the impact for the punish count. Gets it. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Fireballs right out of the gate. Shoots off a fireball up close. Holds out with the block. Sure you can. Knock down and scrapping it out up close. Nice counter. Sends a clear message with that counter. Side switch out of the corner.
How's this?
General kick for a mix-up. Shows the medium kick. Goes low. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Experiencing burnout. They were baiting that the whole time? It's there! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round.
opens with a fireball. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Throws a fireball. Both fighters look to set the knock them out of the air. Nah, you can't fool anyone with that jump in. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes that tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Player one is in a very good spot now. Aims for the shit, knockdown, here comes the mix-up. The low. The Jin line. Super arts to show what a PhD in fighters can do for you. No hesitation or regret. Open up, it's time for business. My pops told me, cash money don't make no money, and kids got plenty.
I've had enough.
Are you for real? Can't this drive bring them back? Fireball! Oh, you might want to pay attention! Oh my God, what's gonna happen? What are they gonna do? Burns out. No one could have called that. Player two! Gotta be sweating after that match. Someone bring him a towel. It is not over. They want that run back. How's it going to unfold? Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Medium kick hits. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Oh? Both go for the throw, and they cancel out. They're at risk of dangerous pressure. Gotta avoid this corner. Solid anti-air there. Wow, shut down. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Downs him. Super art is almost empty on both ends. Will they wait it out or engage? Player one, maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Neither of them willing to give up ground here. Oh! Player one chases him down. The dive brings out the super. How's this going to work out for them? Ooh, burnout activates. One chance here may end this round. Player one has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. You have to be really careful with the approach here. The corner makes it hard to... It's there! Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Fireballs right out of the gate. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. They choose to spin the meter to up the damage by a bit. Player one has the life lead. Can they build on this? There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. You gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Tries to do something new and goes for the fireball. Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Barely blocks the jump in. A quick breather. This is the ideal range to utilize that fireball game. Shows the medium kick. Here comes the corner pressure. Super clutch corner shoot. Clutch, anti-air. Player two is holding on to that. Will this super art do anything? The super doesn't hit. Blue Jin right hits. Good damage off the net. This is a critical moment. They push their way out of the corner. Anti-air in the clutch. Dangerous range here. Both of them back off. They may be prepping for a fight, but gotta do better than that. They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. Jumps, crowns them from above. Huge chance after that wall. Down and out. Player one survived that tense mirror match.